Hey there, it's Sunday, December 11th. I'm Emily. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm a knitter, spinner, sometimes natural dyer, sometimes sewer, just kind of depends on my mood and the day. Today was a great day. I went down to Nash Lake Fiber Farms again. That's where I was last weekend for the winter market. But today I was there for Spin With You, which is a class for spinners, either on your wheel or a drop spindle, to learn more about different types of fiber, blends, breeds, the whole thing. I love to learn, so these classes have been great. Today was all about down breeds, which are typically meat sheep, and their wool isn't always used. But it's super hardy wool. Teresa from Get Bents, who's one of the teachers, was sharing that she likes the down breeds for socks especially. She can wash them, normal machine wash, and they don't felt. And she wears them in her farm boots, works hard in them, and they haven't needed much mending. So we spun those. I liked the Suffolk best. There was another one that I can't remember that starts with the D that I actually brought a little bit more home to spin up. So that was great. And then afterwards I hung around, stayed around a little bit longer to participate in Sunday Fun Day at the farm. So other makers showed up, lots of people spinning and knitting and crocheting and talking about natural dyeing. It's just so fun to be in a room with people who get it. It's like I'm talking to you all and I know you all get it, but just to be able to have a conversation is always really fun, and of course to learn. I started spinning some new fiber that I picked up today. It's right here on this bobbin. It's Romney and it's gorgeous. So I got 8 ounces total, 4 ounces of this natural gray. And this is from Bella. I have video footage of Bella. And then this is from Tonks, and Tonks the sheep, and it's a beautiful pale pink. It's a little bit more vibrant than it's showing, I think. It spins beautifully, and it was naturally dyed with amaranth. That is one flower that I haven't grown before, one plant that I haven't grown, so I made a note to put that in my dye garden for next year so I can dye with it because I really like how this turned out. So the plan is to spin each of these separately and then ply them together and make about a fingering weight. I should get good yardage. This spins thin so naturally, and I want to make a shawl with it. I think it's gonna be really drapey and pretty, and I love gray and pink together. I'm not a big pink person. Very much greens, neutrals, blacks, grays, but I think this will be lovely. I also got 2 more braids of this fiber that I showed you last week. It's the Targhee with recycled yarn in it, and I just love the pops of color. So I spun this last night. I'm spinning it, I'm going to 2-ply it, and it'll be super bulky, and I'm going to knit the Copper Fox's super bulky cowl that just came out this week by KaceyKnits. If you head on over to my Instagram, you can see the finished object there. Super quick knit, lace, fits tight, like it'll be great for winter. So a good use for hand spun. And so yeah, nothing else to add. It's really pretty. I am caught up on my Cozy Knitter striping 24-day sock advent. It's not as bright in person. It's showing up a little bit brighter on camera, but I'm enjoying this process. So here we are, all 11 days, 11 stripes. I also have been working on my Grove shawl. I showed you a little piece of it on Wednesday. It's a test knit for Cassie, Lafollette. It's really pretty. This is naturally dyed, and I'm trying to remember the blend, but it's so soft. It's got cashmere. I think it's got silk in it as well. It's yummy. So very early days. It's like knit in this pattern for a long time. So it's going to be a huge shawl. It's due the 2nd or 3rd week of January. So I was like, I better get going on this one because we all know how shawls go. They just grow and grow and grow. I'm also working on some gift knits, more socks. So the total run of what I still have to do: 2 Musselburghs, 2 pairs of socks, and then maybe another cowl and maybe another pair of mitts. The socks are DK, they'll go quick. The Musselburgh is just vanilla knitting that I can read and like conference call knit, so that should go quick. I started one on Friday night and I'm about halfway, that's too generous, a third of the way through. But like lots of gift knits. I spun up a bunch of yarn. I have footage that I might drop in, thinking that I could like go ahead and knit myself a ranunculus. That's laughable. I was like, no, you're not doing a sweater for a reason. Get through your gift knits. So that reminds me, I took footage on Friday and Saturday, and then suddenly they got really glitchy when I tried to switch them over to my computer, which is a Mac, from my Apple iPhone. And edit it in iMovie. Like it just got real slow and choppy and I couldn't quite figure out how to fix it. So there may or may not be more footage from Friday and Saturday, TBD. I really didn't do that much. I had a coffee shop meeting on Friday, knit a lot, obviously. Yesterday we went out and had a beer at a local brewery. I made those dried orange garland. I also dried up some lime, so I'm gonna do more there. But that's really it. It was a quiet weekend. Today was the busiest, but it was an excellent busy with good people. So I'll drop in footage if I have it. There's definitely footage of the sheep. I was joking with some of the gals. I was like, haha, smile sheep, it's Vlogmas. I was like, is this who I've become? It is. I mean, let's be real, it's who I've always been. Anyways, I hope you all have a good Sunday. You don't have Sunday scaries too terribly. And I will talk to you later. Me again, forgot to share what I was wearing. So this is my Oslo hat by PetiteKnit. It's growing on me, still a little big, but it's fine. And then this is the Moonlink cowl. It was designed by Neilan, the yarns from Lavender Loon, and it's a fundraiser for a fundraiser that Sam at Lavender Loon does every year for raising money for doulas that really focus on birthing people of color and improving those maternal health outcomes. So I like it. It's really pretty. That's all.